Very quickly, I would like to thank you all for making this residential so special and sharing this wonderful experience together. During these past few days, I feel like we have all experienced so much collective joy and wonder. And it is with great pride that we present to you our concept of the future automobile, the Tolermagia Huntress. We came up with this name, oddly enough, by combining all of our names together. It was an idea that sprung up only on the second day when we were still sitting battlefront style at opposite ends of the very large classroom we were inhabiting. But through our process and our journey, the name became a symbol of our bonding together to produce a really special concept that is not only unique but very personal to us. So very quickly, our presentation will showcase our identified problem, our solution, research, business plan, and we will proudly showcase our models and our renderings. But before all that, we would like to start with our process. And it begins with this whiteboard. um, this whiteboard was the very beginning of our collaboration. It was a method for us to be able to get all of our ideas out. And when we were able to write down all of our ideas, we realized that we all had a common goal where we thought we had none. And we came up with something that is not only accessible and universal to everybody, but a vehicle that's also very exciting and, dare I say, adventurous. An experience that you don't want to miss out on. And I take it to Tyler.
Hello, I'm Tyler, and we're going to get into our problem. So this is our problem statement. So commuters with special needs are often limited to human-assisted transportation in large vehicles. An excessive amount of time is spent in commuting in traffic that cuts into urban professionals' productivity. So our real problems are trying to figure out how can we provide a vehicle that caters to the people with disabilities or special needs, and how do we cut down the time spent in vehicles so we can increase productivity for urban professionals. So that brings me into our persona. So the two main personas we want to focus on are this guy, Jarrett. He's 26. He's our SF tech guy. He's a software engineer. He lives in San Francisco, congested city, trying to commute. He loves innovative and new technology. He's probably doing climbing on the weekends and probably getting injured from that as well. And then the second person is Denise. I actually based this off of someone I know and I danced with. She's a person with disability. She injured herself in a motor vehicle accident, but she's 32, a professional dancer because she danced before she got into the accident. And she commutes around the city. She still wants to keep up her profession. She wants to drive. And yeah, she's young, so she needs to get around quickly.
So our competitors are small, compact vehicles that are also accessible because these are the goals of our vehicle. There are multiple vehicles in this space, but oftentimes when they are more accessible, they are larger, and the more compact they are, the less accessible they are. Here are some of the competitors here, but ours is going to be at that intersection of compact and accessible. So here on this blue ocean matrix, you can see that the closest that any competitor comes to our ideal here with the Huntress EV 2023 is the Kangaroo. But even that has its own issues and is small and not widely available. Like I said, not only are this matrix is when it is larger, it is more accessible, and oftentimes people in wheelchairs have to use buses or these vans, and those are vehicles that get stuck in traffic very easily and are very slow. And with our vehicle, we're looking to ease traffic in urban areas. and allow for more maneuverability and more ease of access, both in ease of access into the vehicle and while using the vehicle throughout a city.
Hello, everybody. I'm Natai, and I'm going to go over our competitive edge. So we have 3 advantages over the competition right now. We have our universal design, autonomy, and affordability. So with the universal design, currently autocycles aren't accessible for individuals with special needs. Modern autocycles don't provide self-driving and other features for their users to maximize efficiency during their commute. And then when it comes to affordability, we have a tier pricing system that depends on any additional customization features that make our autocycle more affordable to all young people in urban areas on the go.
So with all this in mind, we came up with a few constraints slash solutions for our problems. First one is that it is an autocycle. That means it's a 3-wheeled vehicle, a hybrid between a motorcycle and a car. It is autonomous driving. We're assuming that in the future it'll be more commonplace. And we're focusing on a more aesthetic, sleek design that many people want outside of people who are only looking for accessibility. Lastly, we're gonna add a feature customizability for people who want the car but they don't want the extra space for their wheelchairs. But we'll get into that in the next slide. So with all that build up, here's our products. Yeah, we have 2 different models. We'll pass one model around to the right side and the other one to the left side. But introducing the Huntress Runner for the more sleeker city design that starts at a lower price at $12,000. And here on the right, you have the Huntress Max, which is the more outdoor design that is a little more powerful and has a little bit more of a stronger feature base, starting at 15K. Next slide. So I'll go on about the city design Huntress Runner, inspired from Blade Runner. One thing that we wanted to focus on that both cars have is while it does have one seat in the middle, it has space in the back for anything you want. So initially we thought about this as a place where you can put your wheelchair from the same door as you're getting on the car with. However, we realized that this could be a spot for a second passenger seat or even a remote workspace where you can have your own PC and monitor layout for working. Of course, it is autonomous, so it is autonomous and electric, so it is meant to be highly used in more regular roads of a city. And yeah, we'll move on to the next slide. Gia, if you want to talk about the rendering.
Oh, yeah, I could talk about it. So this was my environmental rendering, again, with the Blade Runner theme. We really wanted to focus on making it look really exciting. Just because it's an accessible car doesn't mean it has to be boring or it doesn't have to be something that you don't want to drive. So that was something that was really important to us, like sleek design, really cool. Everybody wants to use it. And then Huntress is who designed the Max. We named that after Mad Max.
So we're thinking of this vehicle as a tool that is extremely versatile and compact. So this car is kind of like the Swiss Army knife of cars. And the Huntress Max features an expanded tool set, including a reinforced roll cage. It's built for rougher terrain, can go off-roads. It has a satellite antenna built in, which is really good because you could have an optional built-in office space. And I'll be showing that. And that's what the pod working space is. Let's see what that looks like on the interior. So the interior sports smart screen arrays both in front and behind you. As Matthias is about to say, the seat and the entryway is swivel and transforming. Let's go to the next slide then.
So we have a few technologies that we want to highlight on top of other features that we want to assume that it will be more commonplace in the future. The first is a rotating chair. So we realize that for people with wheelchairs, it's very difficult to, nowadays, right now what you have to do is you have to push yourself off of your wheelchair, get on the seat, somehow get that wheelchair into the back of the car with either another door, which is a back seat, or a trunk. It's practically impossible to do one person. This one, because the chair swivels, someone can enter and be in a good position to move the wheelchair right behind them, and then turn to drive forward. Don't change the slide yet. Sorry. I wanted to highlight that this 3 model is very enlarged and exaggerated just to show the gear train. But one thing I did want to highlight is also that while primarily it could be used with a button and it's electrically moving, there's an option to let go of the gear or detach the gear so that it swivels freely. Next slide, please. And the other thing we want to highlight was also the customizable back. As we said, we want to have the option to add a second chair, a work pod, or just empty storage space. And we thought these brackets that are standard could be used to make this easy.
Okay, and here we have Tolermagia's app-based technology, and that takes the Huntress EV to the next level. So drivers have access to remote capabilities and custom features at additional rates that enhance their ownership experience. You can activate self-driving mode and then manage your pod space during your commute or for your commute. And we also have a feature where you can edit the exterior color. So for example, if you just want it to look however you want it to, but it is also an inclusive feature for people who may have hearing challenges and can't hear their car alarm, but instead can see their car flashing. We also have features like activate retractable roof, adjust self-leveling hydraulics if you want it to go up, down to help you enter the vehicle, and activating driver cam just in case you're on the road and have an emergency Zoom meeting or something, and more. Okay, so let me introduce you to our business model, and please refer to the business plan that I handed out earlier. So first and foremost, our goal is to conceptualize inclusive vehicles and to integrate them with innovative technology to advance the future of auto design. Our company, Tolermagia, adapted a community-based internal structure. So what that means is that we encourage our administrative, design, and engineering teams to build internal relationships, plus generalized connections with other departments in the company so that we can establish an interdisciplinary system. We are Tolermagia's management, but we don't do hierarchies. So Tolermagia's structure, strategy, and operations are the key merging points that show how our administrative design and engineering teams work together for the bigger purpose of innovation. So flip to page 2 in your business plan for details. Tolermagia's strategy focuses on remaining inclusive for all young urban professionals, regardless of age, disabilities, or other related factors. So our design team conceptualizes a cutting-edge vehicle like the Huntress, and then our engineering team